A well-known Reddit user named Nate Sue once boasted, "For help, my deceased girlfriend keeps sending me messages on Facebook. I have screenshots, but I don't know what to do." The post quickly went viral and remains an enduring urban legend, even a decade later. Despite numerous attempts to debunk the story, it remains captivating. Firstly, no one has provided a solid explanation. Secondly, after posting, Nate Sue disappeared without a trace. People have speculated endlessly, but the story is still an unsolved mystery. So, let's dive in and enjoy the story without overthinking its plausibility. Now, let's get started. In 2007, a guy named Nathan met a girl named Emily. They quickly fell in love. Emily was keen on marriage, but they had a great relationship for 5 years and deeply loved each other. Everything changed on July 1, 2012, when Emily died in a car accident after running a red light on her way home from work. Nathan was devastated and couldn't accept her death. Late at night, he would often send messages to Emily's Facebook account, sharing his daily life as if she were still there. For the first year, nothing unusual happened, but 15 months later, things took a strange turn. Emily's account, which had been offline, suddenly appeared online, and Nathan received a message, "Hello." Startled, Nathan replied, "Who are you? Why are you using my girlfriend's account?" The account didn't respond and just sent another hello. Nathan thought it might be Emily's mother, Susan, who was deeply grieving her daughter's death. He let it go, thinking Susan might have logged into Emily's account out of longing for her daughter. 2 months later, Nathan ran into Susan and asked if she had been using Emily's account. She said no, she hadn't. Nathan felt a chill down his spine. He didn't want to believe in ghosts, so he convinced himself it was some sort of prank. On November 16, something even creepier happened. Emily's account messaged him, "Let's go hiking this weekend." Nathan was furious and demanded to know who was behind it. He was sure it was some twisted hacker, but the account just responded with random nonsense like "bus wheel." Nathan pleaded for the person to stop, but there was no reply. The account went offline again. The messages Emily's account said were always old conversations they had. This made Nathan think it was someone who knew how to dig into their chat history. Things got weirder when Emily's account started tagging random squares in Nathan's recent photos, as if suggesting she was still around him. Feeling disturbed, Nathan shared his experiences online, but many people thought he was losing his mind or trying to gain attention by exploiting his dead girlfriend. Despite losing followers, Nathan just wanted to know who was behind the messages. He tried changing Emily's account password multiple times, but the mysterious messages continued to appear. Fed up, Nathan messaged the hacker directly, asking why they were doing this and why they were tagging Emily in his photos. This seemed to trigger some glitch, as the account began repeating hello over and over. When Nathan angrily told them to stop, the account replied, "Why are you doing this to me?" Nathan was freaked out and reported the incident to Facebook. The response he got was terrifying every time Emily's account logged in. It was from locations where she used to be his living room, bathroom, bedroom, office, sometimes even within 2 meters of Nathan. This was beyond normal comprehension. Nathan decided to stop engaging with the account. But it didn't stop. A month later, Emily's account sent a series of jumbled messages, which had never been part of their past conversations, in freezing. "My sweater's in the dryer. It's so cold outside." From then on, Nathan had recurring nightmares of Emily being trapped in a freezing car, her lower body missing from the accident, her legs lying at his feet as he tried to save her. Desperate for peace, Nathan followed a suggestion to turn Emily's account into a memorial page. This feature, offered by Facebook, locks the account permanently, preserving the old content without allowing new logins. This seemed to work, as the messages stopped for a long time. If the story had ended there, it would have just been an odd tale, but it wouldn't have stuck with people. The true horror came later. 2 months after the memorialization, Nathan made one final post. He said he received another message from Emily's account, but this time, it was a photo. The image was from a peering perspective, showing Nathan sitting at his desk, typing. He was updating his final post, and that's where the story ends. When I was 8 years old, I was out walking our dog with my mom one summer night around 11 p.m. We lived near a swampy forest close to Lansing, Michigan. It was very quiet, with only the occasional sound of a light breeze. Suddenly, we heard a strange whistling from deep within the swamp. It sounded more like an animal than a human. The whistle's pitch went from high to low, repeating over and over. My mom's face grew tense and worried as she tightly held my hand and said, "Let's go home." At that age, I found it strange but not scary. I soon forgot about it. About 2 years later, I was out walking the dog alone one evening. As I passed through a thicket, I heard that same whistling sound. It was almost identical to the one from before. I suddenly remembered my mom's reaction from years ago, felt a chill down my spine, and ran home as fast as I could. Years went by, and the memory faded. When I was 24, I started dating a girl named Sarah. Because of work, we moved to South Dakota. During a holiday, we decided to go to the Missouri River to watch fireworks and found a free camping spot. We thought it would be great to watch the fireworks from a tent. When we arrived, we walked for a long time and ended up at the edge of the campground. The fireworks had already started, so we quickly set down our things and sat by the river to watch. Soon, it began to rain. The boats on the Missouri River and the tourists along the shore gradually left, leaving just Sarah and me drinking beer and enjoying the fireworks. Suddenly, we heard the sound of paddles. About 20 meters away, someone was rowing a canoe alone. At first, we didn't pay much attention. Sarah decided to go back to the car to get some food, leaving me alone by the shore. Suddenly, the person in the canoe started whistling. That familiar sound instantly took me back more than a decade, and I got goosebumps. It was too dark to see the person clearly, but I could make out that they were wearing a hat. Mustering my courage, I shouted, "Who are you?" But there was no response. The person kept whistling. A few minutes later, they turned the canoe around and soon disappeared from view. As a photographer, I had brought my camera to film the fireworks. By the time I thought to record the whistling, the canoe was already gone. But I did manage to capture the sound. When Sarah returned, she noticed something was wrong, and I explained what had happened. She started to worry why would this whistler follow me to South Dakota? Was it a coincidence or deliberate? After some time, I sent the video to my mom, but she seemed unperturbed, as if she had forgotten about our previous encounter. There are different opinions on this experience. Some think it was a bird, but I disagree. I tried using bird recognition software on the whistling, but found no matches. Also, the climates of the two locations are quite different, making it unlikely for the same bird species to live in both places. And a typical bird would likely stop whistling if someone shouted at it. Others speculate it was a stalker, but that seems even less plausible. Imagine someone stalking you for over a decade, traveling across states, and only appearing 3 times. That doesn't add up. Although I'm a photographer, the equipment I had and the quality of the video didn't seem professional. So, I suspect this might have been a well-planned prank.